greatest damn show on YouTube. Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Alright, we all together, we all together, we all together. Oh man! Double tap the screen, shut it live out. What we doing tonight, chat? What we doing tonight, chat? I know I wasn't here the last couple of days, man. If y'all caught us on the late night pop out, y'all just did. If you didn't, hey man, we back to the show, man. Double tap the screen, shut it live out. Call your auntie, uncle, and your cousin, tell him plug live, and he running his mouth, man. I don't care if you far left, far right, liberal, conservative, Marxist, fascist. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you straight up and down the middle. I don't care if you had a good day, a good week, a good month, a good year. Get in here right now, man. Shut us live out. Call your auntie, uncle, and cousin. Tell him plug live and he running his mouth, man. I want to know, did Trump end the war? We got the meeting with the Putin. Got the world on standby. And we got Newsome planning to fight to the end. Y'all double tap the screen. Shut it live out, man. Y'all know what time it is. Where that baby go there? Where that baby go there? What's up, Marvin? What's up, Lala? I'm trying to find that baby goat, man. Double tap the screen, shut it live out, man. What we doing tonight, man? Where? Hold on, let me get this baby goat shit together, man. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
I told my niggas to mark my word, I guarantee that I'm next. I got the arms of a bodybuilder from the way that I flex. Might just hit the strip just to go blow me a check. They know what the fuck I'm on. They say they ain't got some of the best gas, they call it Southern Joy. Chain on chain and ice on ice like Adam Sandler, I'm water boy. I know I'm all in the head. Bad bitch laying in my bed. Wait till I give her a spray. I'm a master with the head. Don't let these social fool you, these niggas broke, I know that they ain't bought it. Ain't got no car but talking shit. Okay, then little walkie-talkie. I told that bitch to come home. I ain't got time for no bitch that's healing. Talk to blunt, she called me daddy. And I'm screaming out no dick. I'ma make sure that she come. I'ma fuck her good with my tongue. I know the night is still young. So baby, let's get it in. I know just how she like it tonight. She spicy, she added a friend. They ain't identical, but they fuck alike. So in the bed, I call them twin. I call them twin. Bed, I call them twin. Bitch, shoot a shoot. 1 + 1 that equal 2. What you tryna do? Go back for back, check a swoop for swoop. Either way it go, I'm on. Either way it go, I'm gone. Brody them just got like 100 on him and they tryna get him gone. What you call it, wet? What's the name? And he put it in his song. Brody them got the purest part of his pink, you know this shit is strong. No diddy. I'm the type of nigga that turn my bitch up in each city. Brody cut out, we celebrating, we hit the gritty. I'm feeling like a baby, I'm trying to get that milk up out them titties. It's no question who young and the latest. If you want your bitch, then when she talking, hear her. If I want the bitch, I'm going Pittsburgh. Still her. I keep some on the side, I don't have trust in just the main bitch. Suck me up while I'm driving like damn, I'll die by this lane switch. Shit, different type of free, so we ain't never got to tussle. Throw it back like Miss London, and some of your life be hustle.
Oh man, double tap the screen, shut it live out. What we doing tonight, man? Who we got in here? Big Niche, what it do, girl? Marvin, what it do? Lala, what it do? Auto War, Bada Bing, what we doing tonight, man? Y'all double tap the screen, shut it live out. Y'all see the sub counter we got up there? Y'all see the sub counter, man? We 25 subs away from the next sub goal, man. We know that Trump met with Putin today in Alaska, man. They saying Putin invited Trump to Moscow, man. Y'all know it's gonna be a fallout, man. If Trump go to Moscow, they're never gonna let anybody hear the end of it. Y'all remember when he went to meet with Kim Jong-un, man? We still hearing about that. If Trump goes to Moscow, we'll never hear the end of it. But they said that Trump's ready to see the Israel-Iran war over. Putin is too. But they got bigger problems, man. They got a whole war with Ukraine, man. Reports was coming out before the meeting that Trump was okay with giving up some of that Ukrainian territory to Russia, man. They said the EU, they said the UK and all of those people over there wasn't with it. They said Zelensky's not with it. So we're going to see what the fallout's going to be. But we finna get into the clip here in just a second. What it do, Auto War? Yeah, 29,230K. We are on the way. 30K. We are on the way, man. Let's see, man. I also do got that Newsome rally too. They saying Newsome is not backing down. Let's get into it. Let's get into the video. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man.
Will always remember.
Уважаемый господин
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, our
Let me grab something to drink.
negotiations have been held in a constructive atmosphere of mutual respect. We have very thorough negotiations that were quite useful. I would like to thank once again my American counterpart for the proposal to travel out here to Alaska. It only makes sense that we've met here because our countries, though separated by the oceans, are close neighbors. So when we've met, when I came out of the plane and I've said, "Good afternoon, dear neighbor. Very good to see you. In good health and to see you alive." I think that is very neighborly. And I think that's some kind words that we can say to each other. We're separated by the Strait of Bering, though there are 2 islands only between the Russian island and the US island. They're only 4 kilometers apart. We're close neighbors, and it's a fact. It's also important that Alaska has to do with our common heritage, common history between Russia and the US, and many positive events have to do with that territory. Still, there is tremendous cultural heritage back from the Russian America. For example,
Stein Stizzle the Great, what it do? Catwalk, you says you have a great channel plug. Thank you, Catwalk. I genuinely appreciate your support, man. You pulling up on me. We are 25 subs away from the next sub goal, man. They talking about Alaska right now, but I want to start off the chat with a poll, man. I want to start off the chat with a poll. Press 1 in the chat if you do think that this Russia-Ukraine war will end by the end of this year. By December 31st, 2025, do you think the war will end? Press 1 if you do, press 2 if you do not.
Orthodox churches and a lot of more than 700 geographical names of Russian origin. During the Second World War, it was here in Alaska that was the origin of the legendary air bridge for the supply of military aircraft and other equipment under the Lend-Lease program. It was a dangerous and treacherous route over the vast emptiness of ice. However, the pilots of both countries did everything to bring closer the victory. They risked their lives and they gave it all for the common victory. I was just in the city of Magadan in Russia, and there is a memorial there dedicated to the Russian and the US pilots. And there are 2 flags.
I'm going to keep it real. For his country to be in an act of war, Putin has no sense of urgency. Like, he has no sense of, like, you can't even tell just looking at him that, like, his country been at war. Like, when Zelensky came over here in the all black, it looked like Zelensky been, you know what I'm saying? It looked like he had a lot on his damn mind. Like, he was a little stressed out. It looked like Putin ain't got a damn care in the world, man. It looked like he up there like, look, man, I'm having my way with this shit. I'm not gonna lie. It looked like Putin up there like, I'm having my way with this shit.
Flags, the US flag and the Russian flag. And I know that here as well, there is such a memorial. There is a military burial place several kilometers away from here. The Soviet pilots that buried there who died during that dangerous mission. We're thankful to the citizens and the government of the US for carefully taking care of their memory. I think that's very worthy and noble. We'll always remember other historical examples when our countries defeated common enemies together in the spirit of battle camaraderie and allyship that supported each other and facilitated each other. I'm sure that this heritage will help us rebuild and foster mutually beneficial and equal ties at this new stage, even during the hardest conditions. It is known that there have been...
Yeah, that's one thing about them harsh conditions, man. Them Russians be with it, man. Like, I don't know if it's like cold over there all the time, but you always hear about those Russians being out there in the cold, man. The damn Paul Bunyan, big ass Paul Bunyans out there in the cold through the Arctic snow with the damn snowshoes on that look like tennis rackets, man, pushing through, chopping down big trees, not logs, not logs for the fire. I'm talking about chopping down whole trees, splitting the damn tree up in 2 or 3 nights, you know what I'm saying? Then y'all know that one dude that be cooking on YouTube from Russia. He be cooking like all outside them damn fire pit. He cook all kind of different shit, different way. Man, they not bullshit, man. They be over there in them harsh conditions for real.
No summits between Russia and the US for 4 years, and that's a long time.
Let me ask y'all this, chat. Would you rather be hot or cold? Tell me which kind of climate you would rather live in, hot or cold.
This time was very hard for bilateral relations, and let's be frank, they have fallen to the lowest point since the Cold War. I think that's not benefiting our countries and the world as a whole. It is apparent that sooner or later we have to amend the situation to move on from the confrontation to dialogue. And in this case, a personal meeting between the heads of state has been long overdue, naturally under the condition of serious and...
Say y'all would rather be hot. Well, Putin hasn't been to U.S. soil since 2015. I don't know when the last time an American president has been to Russia, but I know that he hasn't been to America. This is the first time since 2015, so about 10 years. And he did invite Trump to Russia.
Taking work, and this work has been done in general.
Would y'all look at Trump different if he took the meeting with Putin in Russia? Put yes in the chat if you would look at Trump different. Put no in the chat if you would not look at Trump different. If Trump goes to Moscow to meet with Putin, yes in the chat if you would look at him different. No if you would.
Me and President Trump have very good direct contact. We've spoken multiple times. We spoke frankly on the phone. And special envoy of the president, Mr. Witkoff, traveled out to Russia several times. Our advisors and heads of foreign ministries kept in touch all the time. And you know fully well that one of the central issues was the situation around Ukraine. We see the strive of the administration and President Trump personally to help facilitate the resolution of the Ukrainian conflict. And his strive to get to the crux of the matter, to understand this history, is precious. As I've said, the situation in Ukraine has to do with fundamental threats to our security. Moreover, we've always considered the Ukrainian nation, and I've said it multiple times, a brotherly nation, however strange it may sound in these conditions. We have the same roots, and everything that's happening is a tragedy for us and terrible wound. Therefore, the country is sincerely interested in putting an end to it. At the same time, we're convinced that in order to make the settlement lasting and long-term, we need to eliminate all the primary roots, the primary causes of that conflict. And we've said it multiple times, to consider all legitimate concerns of Russia and to reinstate a just balance of security in Europe and in the world on the whole. And I agree with President Trump, as he has said today, that naturally the security of Ukraine should be ensured as well. Naturally, we're prepared to work on that. I would like to hope that the agreement that we've reached together will help us bring closer that goal and will pave the path towards peace in Ukraine. We expect that Kiev and European capitals will perceive that constructively, and that they...
Leo, you full of shit. You talking about if your body temp 98.6 degrees, 100 degrees is not hot, you're full of shit. Come to Arkansas, come to Texas, sit your happy ass in a lawn chair outside the shade and tell me 100 not hot. You full of shit, Leo. Come on down here to Texas. We'll put you in a hotel room. You can borrow a room in this motherfucker. I want you to sit out there in that 100-degree heat and tell me it's not hot. I'll barbecue and everything.
We're wrenching the works. They will not make any attempts to use some backroom dealings to conduct provocations to torpedo the nascent progress. Incidentally, when the new administration came to power, bilateral trade started to grow.
Now that I think about it, 100 degrees hot than a motherfucker. Why y'all playing? I'm sitting here just thinking about it. 100 degrees actually hot than a motherfucker. Like it's depending on where you're at in the country, 100 degrees hot than a motherfucker. In Arkansas, you get 100 degrees in Arkansas, the air's so thick, your ass can't breathe. Get 100 degrees in Texas, your ass ain't got no shade trees around. Your ass gonna cook like some bacon. I don't know, Leo. You been up north, man. You need to come get you some of this 100 degrees down south, man. Oh, I got this hat from Cavender's. It's
still very symbolic. Still, we have a growth of 20%. As I've said, we have a lot of dimensions for joint work. It is clear that the U.S. and Russian investment and business cooperation has tremendous potential. Russia and the US can offer each other so much in trade, digital, high-tech, and in space exploration. We see that Arctic cooperation is also very possible, and our international context, for example,
Putin played in a hockey game. So y'all mean to tell me Putin out here living like that? He stole the Super Bowl ring, didn't give it back. He's playing hockey. He was ex-KGB. He's running the country. He worth a couple billion. Putin having his way with this shit, bro. It's like Putin just spun with the damn all the GTA cheat codes. It's like he spawned on Earth with all the damn cheat codes.
Between the far east of Russia and the west coast of the US. Overall, it's very important for our countries to turn the page, to go back to cooperation. It is symbolic that not far away from here, at the border between Russia and the US, there is a so-called international date line. I think you can step over, literally, from yesterday into tomorrow. And I hope we'll succeed in that, in political sphere. I would like to thank President Trump for our joint work, for the well-wishing and trustworthy tone of our conversation. It's important that both sides are result-oriented, and we see that the President of the US has a very clear idea of what he would like to achieve. He sincerely cares about prosperity of his nation. Still, he understands that Russia has its own national interests. I expect that today's agreements will be the start.
What kind of agreements? That's what I'm not what kind of agreement? What were the agreements? I'm hearing about all this agreements and shit, and I don't know what's been agreed upon. Do y'all? What's been agreed upon?
Point, not only for the solution of the Ukrainian issue, but also will help us bring back business-like and pragmatic relations between Russia and the US. And in the end, I would like to add one more thing. I'd like to remind you that in 2022, during the last contact with the previous administration, I tried to convince my previous American colleague that the situation should not be brought to the point of no return when it would come to hostilities. And I said it quite directly back then that it's a big mistake. Today, when President Trump saying that if he was the president back then, there will be no war. And I'm quite sure that it would indeed be so. I can
Leo, again, chat, double tap the screen, shut a live out. We are 25 subs away from the next sub goal. Leo, your ass come to Texas in this dry heat. I promise you, Leo. We gotta get a chat down here. Chat, we gotta get Leo to Texas. Let him sit in some of this 100-degree dry ass heat on live, man. We gonna donate to Leo. We finna run this Twitch up. Everybody, we finna go follow Leo on Twitch. He gonna come to Texas, sit in a lawn chair in 100-degree heat, and we gonna watch the sweat drip off his damn forehead and see how long he stay out there.
Confirm that. I think that overall, me and President Trump have built a very good business-like and trustworthy contact. And I have every reason to believe that moving down this path, we can come, and the sooner the better, to the end of the conflict in Ukraine. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. President. That was
Depending on where you at in Texas, Corey, East Texas, it do be a little humid, but once you get to like Central Texas, West Texas, all that humid shit gone, boy. That's that dry heat.
very profound, and I will say that I believe we had a very productive meeting. There were many, many points that we agreed on, most of them, I would say, a couple of big ones that we haven't quite gotten there, but we've made some headway.
Oh, you in Vegas, Leo? You in Vegas right now? Carry your head. Go live. Go live on Twitch tomorrow. If you in Vegas, go live on Twitch tomorrow. We finna do a subathon. We finna watch Leo sit in his lawn chair in this 100-degree Vegas heat for 6 hours. We gonna see how tough Leo is, man. 6 hours. We finna run Leo subs the fuck up, man. Everybody sub to Leo. He's going live on Twitch, sitting in Vegas, 100-degree some heat in a lawn chair for 4, 5, 6 hours, man. We finna run this channel up.
So there's no deal until there's a deal. I will call up NATO in a little while. I will call up the various people that I think are appropriate, and I'll, of course, call up President Zelensky and tell him about today's meeting. It's ultimately up to them.
Hey, how do y'all think Zelensky pick up the phone when Trump called? Y'all give me some answers in the chat. How does Zelensky answer the phone when Trump called?
I'm going to have to agree with what Marco and Steve and some of the great people from the Trump administration who've come here, Scott and John Ratcliffe. Thank you very much. But we have some of our really great leaders. They've been doing a phenomenal job. We also have some tremendous Russian business representatives here, and I think everybody wants to deal with us. We've become the hottest country anywhere in the world in a very short period of time, and we look forward to that. We look forward to dealing. We're going to try and get this over with. We really made some great progress today. I've always had a fantastic relationship with President Putin, with Vladimir.
Bro, where did Chris Rock come into play, Ryan Anthony? You talking about Chris Rock laughing at that for what? Well, the hell does Chris Rock got to do with Trump meeting with Putin? Where does Chris Rock fit into this puzzle?
We had
I'm confused.
Many tough meetings, good meetings. We were interfered with by the Russia hoax. That made it a little bit tougher to deal with, but he understood it. I think he's probably seen things like that during the course of his career. He's seen it all, but we had to put up with the Russia hoax. He knew it was a hoax, and I knew it was a hoax. But
all right, chat. Put yes in the chat if you think this meeting was worthless. Put no in the chat if you do not think this meeting was worthless. Was this meeting between Trump and Putin worthless? Yes if it was worthless, no if it wasn't.
What was done was very criminal, but it made it harder for us to deal as a country in terms of the business and all of the things that we'd like to have dealt with. But we'll have a good chance when this is over. So just to put it very quickly, I'm going to start making a few phone calls and tell them what happened. But we had an extremely productive meeting, and many points were agreed to. There are just a very few that are left. Some are not that significant. One is probably the most significant, but we have a very good chance of getting there. We didn't get there, but we have a very good chance of getting there. I would like to thank President Putin and his entire team, whose faces, who I know in many cases, other than that, whose faces I get to see all the time in the newspapers. You're almost as famous.
Bro, I don't know why they do that to us, chat. I don't know why they do that to us, bro. Oh, y'all give me a second. Y'all know, man. I don't know why they do that shit to us, bro. This shit is crazy, chat. That's why I need to get a producer in here, man, so shit like this don't happen. You know what I mean? That's why I need to get a producer in here, chat. Damn, man. This shit crazy, chat. I'm trying to see if my audio back. Shit is still not bad, bro. How do I fix it? Hold on. Alright, chat, give me 1 second. Y'all double tap the screen, shut the live out, man. Y'all give me 1 second. Y'all know that we get the tripping on me here. Crazy word. I don't know what to do, chat. I really don't know what to do. Yeah, chat, I'm finna have to end the live, bro. I don't know what's going on with my audio. We'll be right back. It's crazy, bro. It's fucking crazy.